So about the movie. So what was your first thought on the movie when it was done?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, usually the rock band movies is like showing the bands as big as possible. Just to,
Yeah, well, the whole
And
idea
that's the biggest mistake that all bands made
yeah.
previously to the ANVIL movie. What are you showing that you're a big rock star when you're
You
not?
know, we want to show everybody the real thing, what it's
It's
really
about being
like.
honest.
I think that was the first, trial to show the actual bands,
Yeah.
musical.
That's
music
right, and
industry.
that's
Yeah,
why,
that's right.
and that's why it had such a profound effect on the world. Is
Yes.
everyone went, holy shit, that's, and all the bands going, oh my God, that's really what happens, and everybody's so shocked that we showed that. But that's the reality.
Yeah, yes, it is.
There's no point in creating a lie.
We just
It
want to
doesn't
show the
work.
world.
Yeah, right.
We want to show
So
the world
the truth.
just really what it's like. We have no shame. There's no shame in it. If you're playing for 50 people, so what? That's what's there.
Right. But do you think it would get that this popular?
Well, initially we had no idea. It really went beyond all our imaginations.
Except me.
It changed. It influenced other bands to make movies just like the ANVIL movie, like after the fact.
Well, now after the ANVIL movie came out, it became everybody in the music industry, or whatever's left of it, started going, well, it looks like we need movies too, and everybody went out trying to make movies that only works once.
Yeah, right.
It's the same way as Metallica gets a big album, and then there's thousands of bands all trying to sound like Metallica. They never got as big, and they're never going to.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
If you create something new and something special and something unique, it gets the recognition. The next person who comes along has to do the same thing. They have to come up with something unique, fresh, and new. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it has to be the first runner.
You have to be, and that's musically too. And that's what separated us to begin with. When we go back to the beginning of our conversation, when we played the first speed metal songs that the world ever heard, that was new and fresh. And then everybody started copying it.
Yeah, right.
So the whole trick is you got to be unique and come up with something that no one else, be something and create an identity that no one else has. That's otherwise what are you doing? There's no point.
There's no point.
It's just redundant. Lots of companies tried to make, lots of hamburger companies tried to make another McDonald's. Only one McDonald's.
Yeah, I get
It's just the way it works.
100% agree.
That's the way that's humanity.
Yeah, yes.
But I mean, that's the same thing about any kind of technology. You discover a new technology, then all the companies that see that, they make their own rendition. Like how many phone companies are there now?
Actually, I work
You know,
with
and
companies,
you think
right?
about that, one of the first smartphones of all time was the BlackBerry. They're almost
Yeah,
out of
BlackBerry.
business because everybody stole their idea and went and took it to the higher levels or, different options, and BlackBerry goes out of business, or almost goes out of business, right? So but what made them a great commodity was the originality of them, the ability to be on the internet and check your email from your phone.
That's capitalism. Okay, so how did you come up with the idea to play the guitar with dildo? It's the same thing?
Yeah, I guess in a certain sense, the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
it's bringing something new, doing something that no one else does, and that's part of my thing. I like to do things that no one else either has the balls to do or no one has just never thought of. That's all. And everything from the kind of songs to the kind of show.
Okay. So, what is your future plan?
So,
Future plan.
Future plans.
Future plan.
oh,
We're gonna keep rocking. We got lots of shows. We have a new album. We have to record it next year.
Next year.
It's all written.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So it's actually ready for recording.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
we'd like to stay ahead of the curve.
We have
In
lots of
every
shows.
case with every album, we're usually somewhere within a year. Well, basically what happens is we finish recording, we go back into the studio, into the rehearsal studio, and write a whole album.
Oh, it's very creative.
Because by the time we finish writing the next album, the new album just comes out. Because you finish recording and it takes months before the actual record comes out. What do you do during that period of time? Write a new album. And it's usually a very, very good time to do it because you're so fresh from the what you just finished recording, you move on. You don't repeat yourself. You know what I mean? Because you just finished doing that, so we don't want to do that, so let's do this. And it's so close that you remember precisely what you did and know not to repeat yourself. So it's actually the best way.
But don't you want to see the reaction of the latest album before you start writing new songs?
Well, when you have a style, you're always the same. Anvil is Anvil.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's like
So it doesn't
we are
matter.
what we are.
You know, so we just make more Anvil music.
So you know the reaction.
Yeah, of
Yeah, what's the reaction going to be? We're not reinventing ourselves.
So
We're
we're just
just
making
coming out like a new thing. It's
We
like
just keep making more Anvil music.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So for the last question, so please give a message to the Japanese fans, especially who have their own bands. Some message to the younger bands.
Good luck.
yeah. In this day and age, we are creating music to make advertisements to sell T-shirts.
To sell music is impossible.
You don't sell music
Music is
anymore. You
free.
want to buy
Music is
some
free.
air?
Only small people will still buy CDs. Most people just download it.
Yes.
It's all for free, you know.
Yes.
So it's record companies are gone. And
Let's put it
there's
this
no
way.
support system for
Yeah.
bands anymore.
Yeah. How is a record company going to give you support to go on a tour if no one's buying CDs?
Yeah, it's bad time for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as far as
So for young bands, it's really hard. Even for veteran bands, it's hard. For everybody, even bands used to sell millions of albums, only sell thousands now.
you know,
Yeah,
when
it's-
James Hetfield told us he has to go out and work now.
Really?
Well, he
Yeah,
goes
really?
on and goes on the road.
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise,
oh,
there's no money.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to go work. You have to go play. You don't play, you don't get paid.
What did he spend such huge money? I think he earned a lot of money out of the Master Puppets.
I'm sure they got money, but they have to employ 100 people.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot of people that they have to keep alive. It's all their family.
Oh yes.
So they have to work, like as a band. I mean, there's no more, the radio doesn't play, radio royalties go down.
Okay. I'm so sorry. It's time. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Nice